Alright, check one, check two. Stream alerts. Should have everything in there. Alright, what were we doing last time? What's in my inventory? Oh. Oh, I think I just made the water wheel. Temporarily. A temporary fix to the problem. But maybe. Throw that in there. Get that going. Okay. I just realized. Kinda need better tools. I need to like work on the bigger stuff. Need to fix that. How do I want to fix that? Say screw it and just rip it down now. Oh, I need my other backpack. Whoa, that was scary. A little leggy. Do we have like a lot of like wood just sitting out here? A little bit. What is that set to? Oh, 9999. I think I need to fix that. Because this is set to 2000. Yeah. I think that needs to be set to 2999. Not gonna affect oak much. I don't think it'll go much higher than 20. We don't have any other extra stuff in. There we go. We have enough backlog of um charcoal blocks now that we should be able to hold for a minute. Div craft, yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good. A little bit
This
tired, but
Me as well. It was a tiresome day today. Like I was tired the whole fucking day.
I just realized that I think my backpack that had my good stuff in it burned up.
Ooh.
Um, whatever we did last time we were on or before that. Oh, I think it was when we were like caving or the ancient debris mining.
Oh, yeah, it could have been so.
I think yeah, because I was flying back and my I think my valuables backpack got blew up. I burnt up.
Mm, that's not exactly ideal.
Well, I made it this far without it, so
Suppose so.
don't have any gunpowder. Oh,
If I remember correctly, I'm still in the nether. Placing rails. Yes.
oh yeah,
Shit.
you were
How
doing.
many? Oh, yes, that's right. 2 stacks. Was it 2 stacks?
I don't know. You were making the fan, like the quick way on the way there.
Yeah. I think I was doing 2 stacks. Hold on, I can just math this out. This block at 230. And from here, 128. 128 plus 128 is
256.
256. Wait, no, 100. I'm a dumbass. So I've been doing. Oh god. Okay. So 100 is there. 98. 98 to 226. Yeah. So 2 stacks.
226. Oh, okay.
How far apart are these two? This one is at 234. To 358. So yeah, 2 stacks.
I forgot I had vein miner on my axe. Super useful.
It is. It is indeed. I need to go super far. Oh.
Time to rebuild. How did my cats not perish there? I am so surprised. Yeah, so yeah, I miss my I used to get weekly Dominoes when I did laundry.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I had to step away real quick. I didn't hear anything you just said.
I just started talking.
Oh, well, perfect.
Yeah, I was only talking for like 10 seconds. Um,
So,
he didn't have to sleep. Yeah, so I only when I lived it before college, there was a Domino's that was by me that always had large three topping pizza for like $5 on Thursdays.
yeah.
So I would plan my Thursdays to be laundry night, and so I would go do laundry, get pizza, eat it while I'm doing laundry, and then I had like lunch for the weekend.
That is a good way to do it.
It worked out so well.
I would say so.
This is before I found out I was lactose intolerant too.
The
So,
Fridays were just the best.
uh, that was like in the I was barely lactose intolerant.
Ah,
Because I didn't fully become lactose intolerant until college. Because
gotcha.
at that point, like I still ate like enough that I was fine. But once college hit, I just like when I first started college, I think I was like drinking milk, or like I think that's when like I started to stop drinking milk really regularly.
Yeah,
And then once college hit, then that's like yeah, I could not keep it, and like it either it usually went bad if I and whatever, and I barely
yeah.
bought it, and then yeah, and later I found out I became lactose intolerant.
That is very unfortunate. I mean, I haven't had like a glass of milk in probably since I was like 11, but I did always consistently eat a good amount of cheese.
Yeah, I mean I ate cheese not as regularly, but I probably was just sticking to like cheddar, like sharp cheddar, where there's barely any lactose in there
Yeah,
at that point. So I kind of like end up weaning my way off of it, and then yeah, I end up finding out later because yeah, then I decided to get some milk, and I'm like, oh, this is causing me issues.
this is not fun.
I'm just gonna get the top. So yeah, that's I miss my laundry days where I would just go um get Domino's and yeah. Okay, so I think I have to move it over to here. 1, 2, 3. Hmm. This is gonna be a predicament on how I want to do this. Went too high. Yeah. We had a wedding this weekend, and it was actually a lot of fun. The wedding.
Yeah.
Um, but before that, we ended up having like our friend or someone I'm standing up for. They had their wedding shower. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the the same day as the wedding, the other wedding we had, and so we were able to finagle like, oh yeah, let's just it was like one wedding shower started at 1 and went to 4, and then the wedding was 3:30 till whenever. So we ended up going to the wedding shower for 3 hours.
The wedding shower was over at 4 and the wedding started at 3:30.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I was just trying to compute and make sure I heard that right.
So we ended up leaving the wedding shower early at 3.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very convenient because it was only a 10-minute drive from the wedding shower to the wedding.
Right.
Yeah, two different couples and stuff like that. But like they just so happened to be like one was by Sullivan's and the other one was by MSOE campus.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So not a terrible drive.
once you're down in that neighborhood, like 30 blocks is like 10-minute drive.
Right.
So cut across to that, and yeah, that actually worked out pretty well. Do I have one on me? Yeah, we were able to just go from one to the other, and saw some people that I saw an old coworker of mine, which is pretty cool. From before
Oh, it's a
college.
fun time. Yeah.
So I thought I'm like, I looked at him like, I swear that's this guy. And I went to Katie. I'm like, hey, because like we sat down and I saw his profile because we were sitting like behind him on the other side of the aisle. Because they actually
Yep.
split bride and groom.
Yep.
Oh shit, that's not on. Oh hey, it's working. Yeah, so they split bride and groom, and so we were sitting behind the bride. They were on the groom side, and like 5 rows above me or in front of us, and I'm like, wait a second, is that one guy? Trying to think of his name, and I'm like, okay, and then we were like behind them by like 10 people in the drink line, and I'm like, oh, that must be him. And I like went to Katie. I'm like, hey, I looked the guy up on Facebook because I figured out his name. I'm like, hey, Katie, does that guy look like this guy? And she's like, yeah, sort of. I'm like, well, she's like, what? Didn't you work with him? I'm like, if I saw the front of his face, I would know instantly. But like, I've only seen the profile. And she's like, why don't you go up and
Right.
ask him? I'm like, well, I wouldn't have to if I saw the front of his face. Like at that point, I'd be like, oh yeah, it is you. Well, then he ended up
Right.
like turning around to talk to the person he's with. I'm like, oh, yep, that's him. So then like, I didn't bother like going to say hi to him right away. I'm like, oh, there's plenty of time. I mean, we're, we're only in the cocktail hour here.
Right.
Um, but yeah, so then I end up she ended up finding some friends who she was more thinking like, hey, are they gonna be here from high school? Because she knew the bride from high school. And then as they were talking, or whatever, we're getting ready to, like they like we're bouncing between who we're talking to, and then we're gonna move on to get some hors d'oeuvres or whatever. And then the guy walked
Mm-hmm.
past with his wife. I'm like, hey, aren't you? And I said, I'm like, it is you. And he's like, oh, wait, yeah. It took it, like, he looked at me, I knew, like, it was that whole process. Like, you could see the train, like, the brain going, like, I know you.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? Oh, I know who you are, type of thing.
Right. The gears were turning.
Yes. Um, yeah, so that was pretty cool because I haven't talked to him since I left the company. And then so we were
Right.
talking. I'm like, he's like, so what are you doing? I'm like, well, I graduated and I'm doing this stuff. He's like, oh, well, oh, damn, good for you, and blah blah blah. And then so later on, we end up taking a picture. He's like, I need to show the people at work. And I'm like, yeah, you do that. Oh, damn. Please tell me. Oh, hey. Did you know for tinted glass you don't need a silk touch pick?
That must be a mod.
It might be. I thought I had my silk touch because I'm like, oh, I'm getting all this back, and then I broke the regular glass and nope. Um,
Yeah, that must be from a mod.
well, in that case, I'm gonna be careful what I'm using for these ones. But yeah, so it was cool to see him, and these, um, but yeah, no, so the couple had this thing. They're like, yeah, we all like, people clinking glasses and all that, but we're adding a twist to it. Like, okay, what is it? And then they announced it too, like before anything actually happened. Like, oh yeah, by the way, make sure to check out what's on the table because like we have rules. The rule was if you could clink your glass and stuff, but you had to sing a song about um, love or kissing,
Mm-hmm.
and then like pretty much they would rate your performance. The better you did, the more extravagant their kiss would be, type of thing.
Ah.
So yeah, we end up getting paired with like friends from like college and stuff, and our table just kind of like hit it off, and like we're pretty much became best of friends like right off the bat.
Yeah.
So like that was awesome because like we what did we sing first? Oh, we sing "Love Story" by Taylor Swift first because found out she's a big Taylor Swift fan.
As it goes.
So it's like we're like I think someone sang the Star Spangled Banner. Like, okay, fair.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily a love story, but like the attempt, the effort was there. We respect it. Um,
Right.
yeah, but then we came to us and we're like, we started with the instead of starting at the chorus, we did the lead up verse. So it was the
Mm-hmm.
she wears high heels, I wear sneakers. So we were like the third song to pop up, and by the time everyone was getting ready and getting that motivation,
Yeah.
and like yeah, she was Lily the bride was like dancing during while we were singing. Like, yep. And so they did a extra kiss because of that, like a extra extravagant kiss, which was
Nice.
gave us props, and uh we self-titled that we kind of won the contest.
Right. You can give yourself that title. It's fine.
Because yeah, I mean we were judging everyone else. It's like they're okay, they're okay. And then we ended up doing another one. It was oh we did so it was great because like the we could tell the DJ who was there, he was like vibing with our table or
Yeah.
whatever. He's like he was dancing too while we were singing. The next one was we sang Breaking Free from High School Musical.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we yeah, we sang the part and then full out into the chorus. And to top it off, like we so we end up doing like the verse and the chorus like on both of them, and with the second one, the the DJ, like while we were singing, he must have just started typing or looking it up because we get done and then like the background music, all of a sudden we all notice, oh hey, it's switched to Breaking Free. So he started playing that, and then we were laughing, and then so then we started singing along with the entire song instead of just the chorus
As
part
one does.
that we were singing or that we started it with. And yeah, it was fantastic. Lots of fun. It was a great time.
Mm-hmm.
10 out of 10 would do it
Nice.
again.
Well, I'm glad it was a good time.
Thank you. Me too. Okay, I'm gonna have to redo that part. Yeah, so no, it was a we packed our weekend up, and I was telling my grooms the groom about it, like, oh yeah, we're making it to the wedding showers. Like, yeah, I was told that. I'm like, these guys are insane, and it's like, don't worry. I'm like, don't mean to burst your bubble, but it's not all about you. Like, we're already in town, so we figured if we can make it, we'll squeeze them both in. And I told him, he's like, I don't understand how you have this energy, but like, I appreciate it.
A good old GG.
Yeah, and so no, it was a lot of fun. We got, and then we both got new phones on um the Sunday, and then we drove back, which is why we didn't get back till real late. Because I'm like, I needed one, or I wanted one before my, because like my last screen cracked, and then it was a while, and then died, and then it like I couldn't pretty much use the screen at all, and I'm like, I'm not waiting that long this time, and so
Right.
I was eligible for a upgrade, so I'm like, all right, I'm doing it. But
Which I don't blame you for.
then I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get a new phone. He's like, I want a new phone, and I'm like, well, get a new phone.
What did Katie go with?
She actually got the Ultra as well.
Oh, nice.
The last time she got, I think we had the 22s, and I got the Ultra, and she got the Plus. She's like, that's too big for me. And well, her friend or her coworker got the Ultra, and she's like, here, play around, but so you know if you want it. And then Kate's like, yeah, I'll go get it. So she got the same one.
Look at you guys being a Samsung family.
Oh yeah, better than Apple.
Much better.
um, so much better. Uh, I with how much shit I've given out for people who have Apple, I could not honestly have Apple. It would be a sin for me to have Apple right now. For,
No, I
for
don't I don't want an Apple.
the only way I'm gonna get an Apple is from work.
Yeah.
That's the only way that I'll get an Apple is because it's gonna be a work phone. Okay, so what am I doing? Let's do this.
Luckily for me and my job, we're still in the era of they give us a phone credit of $50 a month for
Okay.
using our own phones. So I can continue to choose whatever the hell I want.
Yeah, I'm a stickler, and I won't have anything work related on my phone.
Ah, yeah. I mean that's the other thing though is I work for a company, I think there's total of us 22, 23,
Yeah.
and it's not like I have to go out and talk to a whole bunch of random people or call a whole bunch of random people. It's just when I'm on work trips, I check my email, and every now and then I get a Teams message, and that's about it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, I have, yeah, I'm very much like anything work related is going on the work. I need a work phone.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I can see both sides of it. I also just don't like having two phones.
Yeah, that's the main reason why that I've talked to that they haven't. I'm like, that's fair. I get it. My desire to keep my business stuff off my personal phone is higher than my desire to not have two phones. That's how it
That's
balances out.
fair. That's fair.
So,
I mean, to each their own, right?
yeah. Case. I think if I do try to make this fit. What I'm trying to do. But yeah, if I got an Apple, I don't think I'd hear the end of it from my family.
No.
Nope. With how much because I mean I've helped my aunt out so many times, and she's like, I have a problem with my iPad that I need your help with. I'm like, of course, because it's an iPad. And she's like, stop it. I'm like, no, I will say it till the end of the day.
Yeah. The only thing that I can't get away with is uh, for inspections, we all have iPad minis.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. So I have to carry that with me each inspection, which isn't the end of the world.
See, it's
I
it's one
literally
thing
just
if
use
it's
it to
work
view my
related.
PDFs. Yeah. I literally just use it to view PDFs on and to edit, not even edit PDFs, but just like write on top of PDFs all my notes
Okay, yeah.
and that's it. It is a very one use item.
How does this work? Oh, I think I know what I'm gonna have to do. I did not pack a bed. Are you in the overworld or in the?
I'm in the nether. I had the quite the event filled weekend myself.
Oh yeah, what you end up?
Uh Mary Jo, my new lady friend, I guess
Uh
girlfriend for a technical term. Uh she had a hair appointment down in Milwaukee on Saturday, and right next to her hair appointment place was a rock climbing facility, which she does here and there. So we went rock climbing afterwards, and then met
fun.
went and met my parents and my sister at a bar in Germantown. So she met my folks. And then on Sunday, I went pheasant hunting with my dad, and she walked along with.
Oh,
And then my sister was moving on Sunday afterwards, and she even helped my sister move.
wow.
Yeah, it was a long weekend.
Yeah, it hasn't been um, it's not that recent, right? It's like a month or so that you've been seeing this in person.
Yeah,
Okay, try and get the
and then
timeline right.
yeah, we first met up for a date late February. Well, our snap streak is on 30, so 30 days ago. And then we just made it official this past week.
Congrats.
Mm-hmm.
Excited for you.
Yeah, it's been good.
Oh yeah, this
I'm
needs to
going
be.
to Easter with her family this weekend, so I'll meet her family.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. All the big first steps.
look, this scary first steps.
Yeah. Basically.
I'm listening. I'm just also counting.
No, you're good. I'm placing down all these blocks is like it's mind numbing, but it's also a lot of thinking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you have to do it in a specific order.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. I hope everything goes well with. I mean, if she likes you, though, she's gonna like your family. You know.
Hmm?
I said if she likes you, she's gonna like your family. Your family's cool.
Yeah. No, she liked my family. She said that my parents are very similar to her parents.
Ooh,
So next weekend should go good.
exciting, exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Big steps. Happy for you.
Yep. Big steps indeed.
Oh, oh no. And then I think I go in one. I'm redoing the creeper farm. I'm doing the Waddles design.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually really cool though. How much of Hermitcraft have you been have you caught up with?
None.
Okay.
I have
Well,
with all my travels, I have not had the time.
yeah, that's fair. I don't know if you like decide to listen to any or that. Um, but so Iscal and Corrales both actually made Waddle's design creeper farms this year for the season.
Ah,
Uh, I didn't know it was specifically like Waddle's design until I was watching his video, and he's like, "Yeah, this is one that I kind of made," and it's instead of using cats or water, you use snowmen to lure them in the middle,
creepers don't like. Oh, because the creepers shoot them.
or the snowman shoots the creepers, and then the
Yeah.
creepers go to
Yep.
attack. Yeah.
Yep.
Um, and yeah, it works super well. Like Waddles, when he makes his own farms, like he uses a lot of other people's, but when he makes his own, damn, like his iron farm, it's not the greatest, but is it consistent?
Right. It's
Um,
well thought out. Like he understands the mechanics
yeah,
pretty decently.
and yeah, so I think the first one was when I saw Iskel. He's like, yeah, I'm using a design made by a person named Waddles, and I think that's the one I messaged you first. I'm like, oh, hey, look at they're doing Waddles' design, and then
I, I'm pretty sure I remember that message. Yeah.
um, Corrales was making a creeper farm or something, and he ended up making the same one, and I'm like, oh shit, look at Waddles go.
And I think it's unique. It's probably much easier than cats or water because it's still no redstone and herding around cats sucks.
Yeah, I mean the cat one is actually pretty easy itself. Yeah, once you get over hurting the cats, uh, yeah, no redstone, and then like it makes spawn proofing easier because you don't have to deal with buttons, or like you don't have to worry about buttons because you like, I mean the classic one is washing away um mobs,
Right.
but like when you try to do only creepers, it gets difficult because uh you have to you have to
The
spawn proof so
spiders.
spiders don't show up, but then you have to worry about washing away the buttons or like the carpets or something.
Right.
And this one, it just complete. That's why, like, if you're making a general mob farm, water's the best, and you just flush it. But if you're doing specifically only, usually cats were the best because you didn't have to worry about washing away. And this one just takes the negatives out of both of those.
Right.
So
I am up on the roof of the nether. and I can hear a ghast, but I do
Yeah,
not need to fear the ghast,
you didn't
which
place
is
anything.
nice. It's a good feeling to not have to fear the ghast.
Oh, another thing I was thinking about. You know how you're talking that we need to make, or that we're short on bone meal for the tree farm that we have?
I'm sorry, say that again.
We have issues with the tree farm for the specifically the nether types because we're like the excess food is not creating enough bone meal to produce it. And
Yeah.
I believe the last time we were talking that we you suggested getting a skelly farm or whatever. And I'm like, I think I watched a video like relatively after. I'm like, wait, what are we doing? We should just do a bone moss farm into bone meal,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That would probably be easier.
and it's like stupid productive.
I'm also sure we could make a very well productive one using create. So we don't have to worry so much about timing of redstone and piston pushing to break the moss. We could just mine it with drills.
I don't, but it's not even that big of a deal, is it?
I suppose not.
Because like if you, because the best part about the moss farm is when you push when the pistons push the stone in, it um the moss actually breaks when this like it doesn't get moved by pistons. It just mushes and pops up.
Right.
What am I looking for? Oh, snow.
Where am I at? I'm at 1,000. Only 14,000 more to go in the Z direction. Oh boy.
Then what do where would be a quick place? Wait, I should do one more higher. Yeah. Oh, and also, so I have the one friend who actually is got getting me a second piece, a PC that I can use for the server.
Oh, nice.
Because I looked at my work, I talked to my someone in IT that we talk to whenever we need stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, our company just shreds them all, or they no they yeah they uh give them to a company that shreds them, and the company pays them for the resources." And I'm like, "Damn,
Oh.
looks like I'm not gonna be able to get like an old work PC and to make into a server." Well, their company was is doing like an asset renewal on a lot of their computers, and he's like, so I asked him like, hey, do you think you can get me one? He's like, I probably could.
That'd be pretty sweet. Are they actual computers or are they PCs?
Rephrase the question.
Are they like desktops or shit? I said that so wrong.
Yep.
Are they desktops or are they laptops?
Desktops, like the
So I'm
Dell
pretty sure if
Octoplex.
gotcha. So I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, what I actually asked are they actual computers or are they PCs?
Yes, that's what you
Which
asked.
makes yeah, that makes no sense.
Yep, that's why I'm like,
And
wait,
I
can you restate what
apologize.
what you mean?
Yep.
Oh shit, no, these need to
Sorry.
be iron
My
bars.
numb brain.
Yep, nope. I thought that's what I thought that you meant. But yeah, no, these are like Dell Octoplexes, that type of stuff. So,
Sure.
anyways, he got them, and he ended up going in for some surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, cool. Like he's like, yeah, I got one for you. Like awesome. And then he went in for surgery, and then he had a little bit of complication with it. Like, oh, well, no worries. And so once he had to go like back into surgery because like something didn't sit right or whatever.
Yeah.
Damn it, that's so tough. I don't need a silk. I can't use a silk touch shovel. Um. No, I need those. So once he's back healthy, like I'm like, oh shit, like, don't worry about it, dude. Like I'll like whenever you get it or like it, because it was he got it done, and then he had the issues with his surgery. I'm like, I'm just gonna wait. Like, no need to push it. Like, I'm not hurting for it,
Right.
but I'll be able to have a nice little NAS going, and then I think I'm gonna test out doing a Minecraft server on it because of what I'm planning on setting up. Um, but I mean, the actual server that I'm planning on building is going to be with like the components I have in my PC. These are a lot more than what. I mean, I'm not getting anything stingy, but from him, but like it's not the stuff I have. Like
Right.
when I finally do an upgrade on my PC, or like when I hit the criteria that I've set for myself that I'm allowed to do an upgrade, I'm literally just gonna like pull out motherboard, CPU with the CPU and RAM in, put it into a new
Mm-hmm.
case, and then move all the other stuff in my case to the or and then put the new motherboard in my PC, and then use that as game, like that will pretty much just be like game servers like Minecraft, Valheim, Valorant, like anything like that I want to have
Right.
a dedicated server for.
Right.
But yeah, so I'm excited.
That will be quite exciting. I've run servers off of my computer every now and then for like friends who want to jump on for a little bit. Nothing that's ever like dedicated like we are. It's
Yeah.
just hey, you guys want to kill a couple hours? And so I run servers off of my PC every now and then.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Like if you, but that's more like in a pinch type of thing. Like this is gonna be like literally
Right.
that's its point. Like it's gonna be set there, and like it's gonna be plugged on, and then have automatic backups and stuff, and just like go.
Right. Yeah, no, for me, it's just, hey, you want to go kill 2 hours? Like every couple months.
Yeah, and that's easy. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, what plan is to have it, full out. Did I put the fence? Yeah, that all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And any pumpkins? I do have my shoes on. So that's the plan. So I mean, oh, wow, you're so much shorter once you do that.
So much shorter when you do what?
For the snow golems, when you, because it's 3 blocks tall, but when you actually transform them into a
Oh,
snow golem, um, they actually are as tall as the person.
yes.
'Cause I was wondering how this farm worked in that nature, and it's like, oh, actually, that's like perfect height. There we go. So, all in all, it probably won't be moving this server to the PC, but in the future, probably.
Right.
Oh, no, we'll have to wait a little bit longer before I can set up a dedicated PC for this server.
That is quite all right. I'm not too worried about it.
Well, I am. I'm worried about it for the both of us.
Well, that makes one of us.
But yeah, no. Oh, no, I didn't want these ones. Also, it never amazes me how fast I can blow through some money.
Especially when it comes to PCs.
Uh, oh well, I mean, I was gonna say it wasn't even mostly the PC, but it was partially PC. So I got my bonus, and I had some plans for it, and like I already like I knew I was going through it, but I had some like plans, and then I ended up having to pay for other stuff like renting tuxes,
Right.
which I'm still convinced the one I didn't actually have to rent, and I'm a little upset with because it was like just basic like a. I'm pretty sure I could have worn what I worn for our wedding for it,
Right.
and I would have matched. But like I was only gonna rent like some of the stuff, and I asked like the guy, I'm like, hey, is this like typical black? Because it was like a charcoal, and I couldn't really get a
Mm-hmm.
good picture off of like the. I mean, I got a picture offline, but it wasn't like a clear picture on like how dark it was.
Yeah.
And so then I called him and asked him, and then he sent his like fiance looked it up, and he just sent me a picture of him taking like a picture of the screen, and I'm like, okay, that doesn't actually help, but thank you,
No, that
and I
helps 0%.
do it.
That helps 0%.
Yeah, and so then I'm like, oh, whatever, and then so I just rented it because I'm like, if it, I was debating, like I'm like, it was altogether. I think the most expensive was like the jacket and pants, and it was like 80 some dollars to rent that, but like 200 to buy it.
Right.
And I didn't need the pants, or I didn't need the shoes, the shirt, or the belt because based on that, I'm like I have the same colors as all those,
Right.
and I'm like, okay, what I don't have is like a gray suit. I have two black suits and uh a navy suit, I don't actually have like a solid gray suit. And I'm like,
Right.
if this is more gray than black, then I'm just gonna buy it and that'll complete my collection type of thing. And they sent me that. I'm
Right.
like, well, okay, well just fuck it. I'm just gonna rent the whole thing because I was expecting her to like have with the type of person she is, like have a more of a idea of like, oh no, they're doing this color, but she's like, let me look it up. I'm like, well, you don't.
Right. Like a specific color.
Yeah, and when they sent me that, I'm like, okay, well, never mind. And so I end up like having to rent two suits in one day, and I'm like, well, there's a $600-700 I was not expecting to spend out of this, and so that kind of burnt through my funds a little quicker because I completely forgot about those.
Right.
But
I don't know. My favorite wedding mishap that I got to witness slash be a part of. Sorry, I had to count. Um, for
you
my
can,
buddy's wedding that was in September,
yeah,
um, he bought us all the suits, which was super nice of him. And he bought them off of whatever, like J.C. Penney or some shit.
yeah,
Did a bulk online order, like same suit. He bought them all the same day, and then he just sent them out to everybody's address. So they all got delivered to us at our house so that we could try them on, and return them if needed, or like exchange it or get it hemmed or whatever needed to happen, right?
yep,
And so we're all spread out, like guy up in Minnesota, a guy down in South Carolina. There's two of us in Wisconsin, another guy in Colorado. We're all over the place.
yeah,
And like we're guys, like fuck it, like we're just gonna bring what we got, like fuck it.
yeah, pretty much.
And we get there day of the wedding, and we're hanging out in the dressing room, and then we all start getting ready. And my one buddy Joey, he pulls out his suit and he's looking at it kind of weird, and he's like, "Is this a different color?" His was one shade of gray darker than everybody else's.
Oh,
Yeah. It's just like, how the fuck does this happen?
that is
But it,
funny.
it it worked out. He just stood at the end in every photo, and it made it a lot harder to tell.
There's a nice little gradient through the whole thing.
Yeah. Just one person out of like how I don't know, I think there's 5 of us groomsmen in total.
That is fantastic, actually.
Just one person, just one shade of gray darker.
That's that. Yeah, that's funny.
Which is just like I don't know how the fuck that happens, but it happened.
Especially with like a bulk purchase and stuff like that. Like
Right.
that's. Oh, oops. Fell. Okay, buttons.
Like I'm sure he had to order them all individually since they're all being shipped to different addresses. But I'm sure at the same time though, he placed one order, clicked on the same exact item, and just rinsed and repeat.
Yeah.
So somehow JC Penney fucked up just for Joey.
that's that's impressive, honestly.
Right. And it's day of, like wedding starting in 2 hours. There's fucking nothing that we can do about this now.
Right? Yeah, that's yeah, that's for sure. Like it's done and dusted. Like
Right. Like I'm sorry. You're shit out of luck.
I think this goes here. Yeah, it's only a 2x2. Cool, we're good. No, I mean not even. Just to see something.
I will say, I am getting very proficient at placing a triangle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that what you have to do for this? For those?
Yeah. Let's place 2 blocks in front of you, then place 1 block to the side, and then place the block in front of you. Break the block that's 2 in front of you, break the one to the side, and then you got your curved rail.
I suppose, yeah. Shit. Mistakes were made.
You know, just as I said that, I fucked up twice in a row.
Good job.
Yep. But my rice mouse button is getting so much more love than it ever has or will in its entire life. Because to break the rails with the wrench is also a right mouse button.
Yep. That it is. Yeah, the shift right click.
Don't even have to shift for the rails.
Oh
Just a
no.
normal right click. Yep.
Is it everything else in Create that you have to right click or shift right click?
No idea.
Okay, I know I tried right clicking with the auto create, but like it didn't work.
Mm.
Uh, We'll just do this. Why not? Well, our creeper farm was 2 tall, but with the added width, I think I'm making it 3 tall. So, like 3 nodes tall.
What was that?
Before I only had like 2 platforms with the cats on it. This
Yeah.
one's gonna have 3 snowmen on it.
Mm. Gotcha.
Just because like I'm adding like the center's a 5x5 and I'm adding like 2 blocks wider on each side, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, so one thing I've been talking to my one buddy about like server stuff, and I've just been asking him questions because like
Mm-hmm.
I've intentionally not looked up like how-to videos on to do
Mm-hmm.
the stuff that I want to do. For the sole reason that like if I do that, I'm gonna be like anxious to like get it. Like, come on, like I want it, I want it. So I've been
Mm-hmm.
intentionally like not looking up stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I ended up being curious and didn't want to bug him anymore, so I ended up looking some stuff up, and now I'm like, I want it, I want it, I want it. So it worked
Yeah.
for a while, but at this point, I'm like, it kind of sucks because like so the weekend that I went to, um, for the D&D thing trip, or when I went to Wisconsin for D&D, he messaged me
Mm-hmm.
on that Friday like, oh hey, I have your server done. It's like 500 gigabyte SSD in there. Is that enough for you? Does that work? I'm like, hell yeah, that's awesome. And I'm like, well, I mean, I won't say no to more if you have more available. Like, no worries. He's like, all right, I'll see what I can do. He responds to me like on the Tuesday at because I didn't respond to him till like Sunday, because like he messaged me as I was driving up to Wisconsin. I'm like, well, I wouldn't say no to more if you have more. Well, uh, yeah. So then he responded to me like, well, I get like on the Tuesday he responded. He's like, so I got you another 500 gigabyte NVMe drive on there. I'm like, oh Jesus, fuck yeah. And he's
It's
like,
something light and casual.
yeah, yeah, just casual 500 NVMe. So I'd have a SATA and NVMe on there. I'm like, oh fuck, like, okay. And then he's like, yeah, well, I'm gonna go into surgery tomorrow, so like whenever I'm healed from that, then I can get it to you. I'm like, oh, okay. And then found out that like he went in surgery and then he had like a complication with the healing process, so he had to go back in, and so now he has like a 2 week healing time. And I'm like, it was at my grasp. I hope he's better though.
Yeah.
It was always like because I was, I mean, he's going through like he works IT at his work, so like I was being patient. Like he's like, yeah, I got one, because he initially said like I got one for you. Let me work on it and then I can get it to you. And so like I was patient. I mean, I'm not in any rush or anything. I'm just it's the whole fact like it was right there. I'm like I can almost taste it, and it's like
I know.
now it's a dick if I'm like, hey, how about that pee?
Hey, hope you're healing well after your complicated surgery, but I could really use that PC.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be that
Like, make me your priority.
guy.
Fuck your health.
I know you're taking off of work for 2 weeks to get healthy, but you think you can crawl over and if I come over,
Right. Seeing as to how you're not doing anything. Shit.
yeah, I'm not good. Yeah, yep. So, I mean, you get it, but it's at the same time like kind of want to, but at the same time you're like, nope, I'm not gonna be that person.
Yeah. No, I would do the same thing as you. I wouldn't be that person.
um,
It's just like I ain't gonna touch it. It's like you heal.
yeah, even if you says anything, be like, yeah, honestly, your health is more important than me getting a PC to use as a server. Like I was
Right.
anxious, but like that's just me being greedy. I'll call it
Right.
what it is. Like if it was that much of an issue, I probably could have like looked up a like firehouse or a liquidation sale from a place. Like an office that's just getting rid of shit, and probably found something there if I needed something right away.
Yeah.
I'm just being anxious and needy. That's it.
Right. It's fine.
Um Anywho, on a different note, I'm do you know what Plex is?
Lex?
Plex. Plex.
Uh can you give me an example of Plex?
Yeah, so uh Plex it's a streaming site like Netflix.
Oh, no. I am not familiar with it.
Yeah, so basically the premise is it's it's a database like Net in the same way that Netflix is, where like you have
Mhm.
all the shows and everything available and whatever, or like you can look up the shows and they're there. How it's different is like it's run pretty much entirely by oh, I've just fucked with that. Damn it. Um it's run almost entirely by people providing their own digital content. So like like one of the things that I want to do is start like you can start a media server where you have a home server, and then you
Hmm.
like take you take any of the like digital downloads that you get from like buying a Blu-ray. It's like, oh yeah, Blu-ray and digital download type of thing.
Hmm.
You take that, you download them all, and you throw them onto the media server, and then you can like log in on your phone, TV. A lot there's like a Plex app for most stuff. Now Plex has a
Right.
couple um movies that they have on there, um, but like it's few and far in between. What it's really nice for actually is it has records of like if you're trying to figure out like, oh, I want to watch The Mandalorian, but I don't know what's being streamed. Plex is really good for that, which it's only like the side aspect of it where you can go on it and it'll tell you every place that's being streamed from.
Ah,
Or like
well, that's convenient.
you can look up a movie and it's like, oh yeah, it's being streamed here. Like it'll tell you like Amazon Prime, like you have to purchase and stuff, or like Tubi or stuff like that. Like it's not even the main purpose of Plex, but it's a huge like second like add-on of Plex that's actually super useful, even if you don't have Plex. Well, and also Plex is free,
Gotcha.
so it's free to create an account, and then pretty much like basically you create like a bunch of you. You have one friend who has a server. They create a media server. You take all your movies or TV shows, you upload them to the media server, and then you all log on, and that one person can share their server with everyone, and then you pretty much you just stream just like Netflix or whatever from their server.
Right.
Um, yeah, so I want to create one of those, which with part of the thing, and I actually have a program that allows me to clone, rip, whatever you want to call it, a movie off of a DVD. Like
Yep.
it'll find the actual the main movie. Like you put it in, it'll find the main movie, and it just pulls it directly off and saves it as its own file. So I've been
Right.
when I when I went to the D&D weekend, I actually had a my buddy was giving away a whole like his mom because he's living with his mom, but something happened with his grandma, but they end up like combining all the collections of their movies together, and there was
Hmm.
stupidly too many. So they're like, all right, we're just gonna give these all away. My buddy's like, he took a picture of like the boxes and like this was back in January, February, I think January. He's like, he took a picture of them, and he's like, hey, to my Dean dude. He's like, hey, do you guys want any movies? And he showed there's 4 boxes in a big tub of movies. He's like, before we give them away, do any of you want any movies? And it's like, I end up replying like a couple hours later. I'm like, can you take a couple pictures of what's in there? Like, oh no, snowman died.
Oh,
By the way, if it rains on a snowman, they die.
more you
Maybe
know.
maybe it's because it took his helmet off. I'll find out. Um, so I'm like, yeah, can you like, nope, I even lost the pumpkin that time. Yeah, I'm like, can you like send a couple pictures of what's in the boxes? I can't really see what movies are in the boxes. Whether or not, how can I know if I want a movie if I don't know what's in the boxes? You know?
Right.
He's like, well, I just got done digging through them and grabbing the movies I want. So no, I'm not gonna dig. He's like, pretty much is like, I'm not gonna dig back through these. I just got done digging through these. I'm like, what the? Then maybe. I don't know. I don't know what's in there, so I don't know what movies I want. It's like,
Right.
okay, well, I'll just wait for when you guys come up for D&D then, and then you can search through that then. I'm like, Sure, that's the best result there. I guess that works if you're not willing to take the picture. Anyways, that's just the way he is at times, and it can be so annoying in certain aspects, but it's like, okay, well, fine. And but anyways, to get further on with the story, we went there for D&D, and then I was looking through, and there was like, he said there were duplicates, that not a lot, because bound to happen, but there's just a
Hmm.
lot of movies that like, if he would have said like, hey, I have this movie, do you want it? And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that movie is, so I don't
Right.
care. But it's like at this point, it's like, well, you're giving them away, and I want to make a Plex server, and I have this app that I can do this with. I'm like, fuck it, we're moving shit already. Just move all these boxes into my car. I'll take them home, and I'll just rip all these, and then I'll donate them when I'm done with them.
Right.
So, one box down. Well, I had a couple from like way back when that I end up doing this to. But uh 186 movies is about a terabyte. That's where I'm at so far.
186 is about a terabyte. That's not terrible.
No, granted, I also found out that normal DVDs, they're only 1080p. They're only 480. I did not know that that's how that worked. Um, but yeah, a normal like, hang on, I'm trying to do like two different things at once. Can I do this? Can I do this? Oh, I need to show you. Oh, hey, cool. Yeah, so I found out that normal, like just a normal DVD actually is only 480p. I thought they'd be like 720, but I knew 720 technically counted as Blu-ray or HD, but I did not know that normal DVDs were like the size. It's limited to 40p. So that was interesting to find out. Not that it mattered. It's just or pretty much most of or all the movies that are in there that are DVDs. Like, uh, I can only get. I mean, they're only going to be 480p. They're not the
Right.
best, but like, it's a free movie. Why not?
Right.
Um, and there are a bunch of Blu-rays in there, so like there's a lot of 1080. Actually, I have Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, and Nicolas Cage. It's the
Solid.
it's a Blu-ray, but it's a 3D Blu-ray.
Oh.
So I was trying my hardest. I think I got it. I have to try playing it. I don't have anything that I can play it on, but I think I can force like VLC to play it or something, and just to see it like look poorly. As long as I can see it, because it technically 3D movies, like it's shown like duplicate.
Yeah.
It looks like you're
Yep.
way too drunk when you look at it without the glasses on.
Yes.
So if I can like play it and it looks like that, then I successfully copied
Right.
it. So I'm not entirely sure if I actually got the 3D working. Like couple of these I'm gonna have to double check, but I did get the 1080p. I think there's a stack of almost 20 Blu-rays of the first box, and I know the tub had like had way more Blu-rays in it. Like that one easily has like 50. The ratio of Blu-rays to normal DVDs in the tub was like maybe 1 to 1 versus this box. It's like 5 to 1 DVD to Blu-ray.
Right.
Um, but yeah, it's been a nice little side project that I can do while I'm working. Where like because each one takes what 20 to 30 minutes or like DVD, and
Yeah.
I had to go buy a Blu-ray player for like an internal one because the two I had, or the one in my streaming PC and the one in my server PC, like Devin's old computer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, those are both uh normal DVDs. So oh, I'm not sure. It's cool. Um, so I had to buy a Blu-ray player just so I can rip the Blu-rays. And I may have stumbled into a different um issue, but like I'm like in a matter of a week I cranked through a box.
It's not terrible.
And like I said, that's probably 150 movies. Here, let me send you a screenshot of what, or Snapchat, because they're just chilling down here. There. Yeah, so it's literally like I've been, working, and I think like maybe every half hour, just like pausing, switching my monitor to my other PC, like telling it, set it up and tell it to go.
Right.
Which also including is just because I can, including all the different languages that are that like all the the different audio tracks, which are usually different languages. Sometimes commentary. So like I know with Plex you can choose which audio track or whatever. So like you could pick it. It's like, oh hey, this one has a commentary audio track, like director's commentary.
Right.
Sure, why not? Let's play it. It'll be fun. Um, but yeah, so like grabbing all the different subtitles that are available and all the audio, like yeah, it's been cruising.
Well, that's pretty sweet though.
So did you see the picture?
I'm pulling it up right now. Oh damn.
Yeah, that's one
That's a
box.
healthy amount. That's a healthy amount of movies.
I have I looked earlier. I have four more boxes of this size,
Oh geez.
and then the tub, and that's not including what Katie and I have.
Right.
Because I'm like, well, if I'm gonna, and I'm this is the whole basis where I'm like, hey, this is a great way to set this. I'm gonna, if I want to set up media server, like I'm gonna have a fucking killer. I don't know if they'll be the movies will be like desired, but I'm gonna have a killer library to start off with.
Right. You'll have lots of options for people.
Yeah. So I was talking to my buddy, and I'm like, I told him about like the reason why I'm doing this. I'm like, yeah, you gave me this, so like I'm gonna force you to set up an account, and you can use these at any point. Like, and you can easily log in, so you don't need, because the main purpose is like our friend who I have like two different. I'm invited to two different media servers on Plex. And so they're neither one of the people who actually have the servers, neither one has a subscription account, because they'll just end up like googling it and finding a copy of it somewhere, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, completely legally, of course.
If you say so.
I that's what I assume, so that's that's what Plex assumes, so yeah,
Right.
the whole basis of behind it is the fact, like, I think it's like on the description or one of their legal things. It's like they're under the assumption, or yeah, for as long as Plex knows, they're under the assumption that if you have a copy of a movie on there, it's like you have the physical copy, where it's literally the same thing as if you would take the movie, drive over to their house, and hand it to them. Instead of
Right.
that, you're just sharing it via the internet.
Right.
Um, which I mean, it's true. It works. I've watched a bunch of stuff, and so I think I'm ready to close this up. Actually, now I don't know if this is gonna work, but we'll find out. But yeah, so I'm working on this box, or I need to actually then the part that I'm hold up on right now is I need to rename all the movies. It's like I ripped them and they're not in a I think the name would work, but there's a naming format that works better for like auto importing into Plex. Like Plex is like, yeah, I have this movie here, and you like add it to the library and it'll like pull it in and it's like, oh, and it finds the movie and it associates it with like the ID in their database type of thing. Um,
Sure.
and the ripped movies that I have don't have the naming convention or whatever that makes it easier. So that's what I'm currently working on is getting a decent or getting like the naming convention down via
Right.
a other source. I found this program that's like is hard coded to have their naming convention type of thing. So that's what I'm using next, and then I think I have to go through a couple of those because some of them have like they're the bonus edition, so they have like a secondary movie on there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go before pack it up and get ready to get rid of it. I'm gonna go back through, find the ones that have like those additional movies, and see if I can if they're available, and then pull those, and then have Katie and I both look through it and be like, hey, what ones do you want to keep?
Right.
And then at that point, pack it up and it's good to go.
And clear out some space in your house.
Yeah, I mean this space is no big deal. It's most of the garage, so who needs space
Mm.
in their garage? I mean, right?
Yeah. What are they good for, anyways?
We only park our cars in there.
Yeah. I don't know. That's currently one of my dilemmas in life is my lease is up end of May, and it's just like I have to go find somewhere else to go live. And I'm a stickler because I want in-unit laundry, and finding like a decent place that's cheap with in-unit laundry is apparently very
N-
it's apparently a lot to ask for.
Not doable in this market.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like, why is this so complicated?
Um, I have an answer for you, but you're not gonna like it.
Yeah,
It's a,
I'm sure I know it.
the same reason why the housing market is so expensive.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, I feel you. I'm glad we
Just like
um
glad you got bought.
glad we ended up buying what we did because I'm pretty. I mean, we were in like a luxury apartment, so like it wasn't exactly cheap before, but
Right.
it was. I'm sure it was gonna go up, and like the majority of rent in the U.S. itself kind of just skyrocketed because they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, we want to take advantage of everyone.
Yep. I know. Like I just want to pay like a grand, upwards of a max 1,100, because that'd still be cheaper than what I'm currently paying,
Yeah.
and just have in-unit laundry. Like fuck, one bedroom's fine. I can live with that. It's just like I just want fucking in-unit laundry. Because like my big struggle is I come home from a work trip on a Friday, and then I have no clothes, so I have
Yep.
to wash all my clothes. And then if I have something planned for that weekend, and then worst case scenario, I have another work trip the following week, like back to back.
Yep.
It's just like I need to do my laundry. and I don't want to sit there and wait for someone else's laundry to get done
No, no.
or like try to play that game.
Yeah, I get it, bro. That's I feel for you.
Yeah. And it's just like it's apparently a lot to ask for.
Of
Like fuck, I'll
course.
take washer dryer hookups and I'll find my own fucking washer dryer, but I need the hookups at least.
Nope, not possible.
Yeah. Will provide my own washer dryer.
Yeah, you're still asking too much there.
I know. So I've been searching every couple days on apartments.com, homes.com, Zillow, and Facebook Marketplace. And then every now and then I'll find like the dream spot. Like there's a place that was in Germantown. It was the upper unit of a duplex, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, in unit washer dryer, $900 a month. No pets. It's like God fuck.
Oh, that's shit.
I know. And it's just like I have 2 cats. It's like God damn it. Like I'm sure no place would ever care about my snake because like it's basically it's like a fish. It lives in its terrarium,
Pretty much, yeah.
you know. Like I take it out here and there, but not often. And I always keep the terrarium locked, so like it can't escape. So plus I don't think I would tell my landlord that I have a snake because that's just gonna raise a lot of questions. It's one of those things where I just kind of shovel it in when
Yeah.
I move in.
You just move in, don't say anything, and they come by, to do something one time. They're like, what the fuck is that? It's like, oh, hey, you met him. Hi.
Yep. Like, hey, this is my snake. It lives in this terrarium, basically an aquarium without water. It
Yeah, that's
makes no noise. It won't destroy anything.
yeah, it's a lot better than most dogs and cats. You
Right,
don't have to change the carpet because they peed everywhere.
right.
Did you ever hear about my older roommate almost getting a snake?
No, I don't believe so.
Well, yes. Anyways, I wish you the very best, and I hope you find an apartment before I change the subject. But like, yeah, it's I've heard how it is out there, and I don't envy you, but I hope the best for you.
As do I. My clock is ticking.
Yeah, how much longer did you say you have?
May 31st is my lease end.
Oh, that's pretty
So,
close.
yeah. So about 2 months.
Yeah, I wish you the best of luck. Um,
Thank you.
so yeah, my the one I didn't really get along with too well. Um, she it was a type of python. It was the one that it doesn't get very big. It's I think it's the same as yours. What kind do you have?
A ball python.
It might have been that. Um,
It's, it's a very common pet snake.
Anywho, it was something like she knew someone who had to get rid of one, and she worked at the Humane Society, and one of her coworkers was going to take it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have a snake in the house, by the way." And I'm like, what?" Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm like, okay, well, I don't care, but it's staying in the, terrarium or cage, whatever.
Yep.
Like, I don't care that you have it. And you're right. Well, we have to agree. But like, I'm not gonna say you can't have one. I'm not that much of a dick.
Right.
But you're not bringing that out. You're not bringing it out and having it crawl around or anything because I'm not okay with that.
Right.
That apparently was the wrong answer for her, and she was not happy about that. And I'm like, I don't give a two shits. I'm literally terrified of snakes. Like, because I don't think with our landlord he allowed exotic animals.
Right.
I don't remember. Shit, that kind of looks nice. Uh, I don't know if you remember, but I don't remember if he did.
I do not.
But so it was pretty much like, yeah, like you're doing a good thing for someone, which good job for you. I know it's hard,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's literally you can have it. Like as long as you're not keeping it, I'm fine with you. Like if you have to arrange schedules or whatever, like okay. And she's like, oh no, but if I have it, I'm gonna take it and play with it. I'm like, no, I'm not coming home, and then I'll complain, or then I will tell the landlord if you're pull it out and the purpose is so that I don't come home or whatever.
Right.
I'm like, I'm not scared to be the dick that way if you're intentionally doing it just to be a pain in my ass.
Right.
Um, and it turned out this, oh, I have to have it in the house for like 2 days. I'm like, that's fine. Keep it in your room.
Right.
I could care less. As long as I don't see it, I'm fine.
Right.
But like and she was just, I'm like, I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying you can't play with it out in the house when I'm home.
Right.
There's a big difference. Uh, yeah, and she made a huge big deal about this. I'm like, I could care less. Like, if you're unhappy, like, I'm terrified of snakes, and if you're not willing to accept that, well, that's your own damn problem.
Right.
Um, well, then time came, and magically she was able to, bring it over to her friend and stuff. Like they worked out, and like it didn't even end up in the house. Like, oh hey, look at how nice that worked out.
How convenient for everyone.
Like, yeah, she ended up like picking it up from the person who had to get rid of it and bringing it immediately over to the other person. I'm like, hey, I'm like, I thought you said something else, and I didn't question it. I didn't want to like poke the bee's nest or whatever. I just kind of laughed at it. I'm like, oh, so apparently it isn't that big of a deal. I messed
Right.
up over here. Not really, but yeah, that's the roommate that gave me all sorts of problems.
Rachel?
Nope, Dylan.
Ah.
Well, no, Rachel is cool. Rachel and I are still friends. Carrie's the one
Gotcha.
who is just a pain in the ass to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was the one who didn't like me before I moved in.
Gotcha. Because that makes sense.
I mean, she liked me initially, but then she found out I hung out with her ex of fuck, how long were they split for? They were, or at the point when she told me that she was having issues with it, they were almost broken up for like 10 months,
Oh, boo-hoo.
which yeah, that was the whole thing. And I flat out told her, I'm like, that's sorry to say, but like I met him downtown on my own terms. I didn't meet him through you. If I met him as your friend, I would not be hanging out with him because I'm your friend. But
Right.
I met you at one point, and then I went downtown because I'm of age and can go downtown and drink, and I need to be social. So I did that,
Right.
and I bumped him down there, and apparently they like me. So, like, I met you guys on two different circumstances.
Right.
Tough baloney if you don't like that I hang out with him. I'll respect your wishes and not bring him around the house. But I can't
Right.
other than that, like, can't promise you that. Anything else. Like,
Right.
I'll be nice and like I'm not gonna force you to interact with him. Like I'm not a dick. But no. But I
Right.
was just like,
You
uh
did your best. You did what you could do.
yeah. But apparently to she ended up talking about it later. She's like, yeah, you said like I told you how I felt and you said I don't care. I'm like, well, not that way, but yeah.
Right.
Like I didn't care that you were upset, but I did say I cared enough that I wasn't going to be a dick about it.
Right.
But like whatever you guys have between the two of you is like that's between you two. I don't fucking care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, the icing on the cake was she's the one who broke up with him, and yet she had all these issues.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, hanging out with that group, I ended up finding out more about her, and I'm like, that doesn't surprise me. Like, but it was just like, okay, you have an issue with me because I'm hanging out with some guy you dumped like 8 months ago. Cool,
Right.
but yeah, it is what it is. She didn't invite me to her
I'm,
wedding, and I'm
I'm
not too
sure you
butthurt
were
about it.
heartbroken. Yeah. What a shame and a missed opportunity for you, huh?
I was actually mostly upset about the tires that I could have had for my car.
Oh,
Um,
the tires.
yeah, so she had a Cavalier that was a little newer than mine. Um, I mean, from relatively speaking, you know where Fond du Lac is, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So she grew. Anyways, she had an uncle with a shop in Fond du Lac. She had to get her car worked on, and the spindle was cracked in her Cavalier, which
Okay.
is a very common thing to happen, and that's usually the death sentence. Like your spindle gets cracked. Usually by that point, it's not worth repairing it because Cavaliers are fucking cheap. So she just literally bought brand new tires for her car because she got a flat before that, and so it's like, okay, let's just get all new tires. I was back home, where my parents live. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty close. I could run up to Fond du Lac and pick up the tires. The big thing it was initially when she asked me like, because the Cavalier tires are that she had were like 14 inches. The rim was. Mine was old enough that it still had the 15-inch rim, so I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't sure if it would work. And I was doing some googling while I was home for like spring break or whatever, and I'm like, oh, actually, I could. And generally, it was saying like generally it's more fuel efficient if you like, as long as the bolt pattern the bolt pattern was the same, it just got smaller. And if you put 14s on a car that's normally 15, you can get better fuel efficiency type of thing. Um,
Yeah. And that's not gonna fuck with your speedometer a whole lot.
yeah, it's not gonna break anything for sure.
No.
Um,
Your speedometer might have been slightly off, but that's not
it was
terrible.
already off anyways.
Maybe it would have fixed it. Who knows?
Yeah. Um, but yeah, anywho, so like she was in like the Dells for an internship or something. And I'm like, so I messaged the group chat. I'm like, hey, does your uncle still have those tires, or did he junk the car already? And I was gonna be like, yeah, I can run up and go grab him if he still has them. Like, I have the money, and I'll go. I'm close enough that I'll just run up and get there. She's
Right.
like, I don't know, and she, started with some attitude and blah blah blah. I, so anyways, we start having this debate, like conversation, where like I'm asking, can you ask? Pretty much, I'm saying, can you ask your uncle if he has them? And she's like, I don't want to put that much effort. And
Okay.
that's what it summed up to be. She was making excuses, blah blah. And it came down to like, I'm like, to me, like, can you ask him if he still has them? And she's like, I don't know if he has them, and frankly, I don't feel like driving to Fond du Lac to go get them or whatever for you. And she just like, I'm ending this conversation because I don't feel like that's out of my way. I don't want to do that. Like, I'm
Right.
like, yeah, it's out of your way. I'm not. Well, duh. But yeah, she was pretty much like, it's out of my way. I'm not going to ask him because I'm not going to drive there. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, fine. It never came up that like I was only like well, I don't know how much it is, but like I was only like, we'll say a half hour away from Fond du Lac when she was like an hour and a half.
Right.
Um, Fast forward to like 4 months later, or no, like 2 months later, we're like in the middle of summer or whatever, and I'm talking to her parent. She invited a bunch of us who lived with her to camp with her parents who were in some state park, and we're sitting there talking, and she ended up bringing up. I was going to go make myself some coffee or something, and she was bringing up, or she brought up to her dad, or her dad said, "Hey, you still owe me for these tires or whatever." She owed him like $120 or something, or $100.
Yeah.
Brand new tires are not cheap. I'm over making the coffee, and I overhear this. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I offered to. I was gonna buy those from her," and she's like, or something. And he's like, "What?" Because he still hasn't seen the money yet, and it's like 6 months later. And I'm like, "Yeah, I was only like a half hour from Fond du Lac, where she said her uncle had the shop, and I uh I asked her if he still had them, and she didn't even want to ask him whether or not he had them. So I kind of just dropped it. And she's like, "Well, how come you didn't tell me? I would have done." I'm like, it never got that far. I asked you if your uncle had it, and you said I don't feel like driving to Fond du Lac. I'm not even gonna ask him because I don't feel like driving there. And that's where the conversation ended.
Right.
Even though I'm like, yeah, I was like half hour. You wouldn't even had to go. You would just have to send him a picture and be like, hey, this guy's gonna show up by the tires. As long as he still had them, I would have bought rims and all. Like, fuck it. Oh, I would have needed the rims.
Right.
And she's like, well, I didn't know that. I'm like, you should have not rejected me right away. and,
Right.
and her dad, like, I'm don't know how I feel about like her dad's kind of cool, but at the same time, like he knows the daughter that she is, and
Right.
like he's he's a dick, but he's more just like very straightforward. So he's kind of like pretty cool, and he just flat out said like, yeah, when Carrie's not willing to or put in any effort when it comes to helping people other than herself, and I just started dying laughing because like he's sitting right next to her, and he's
Right.
just fucking like full restore on her ass. Like that's the only thing that can help her recover from that one. Like,
Right.
yeah, he's like, yeah, if it requires effort from Carrie, she's no longer willing to help someone. And it's just like, oh my lord, what kind of a shit person do you have to be to have your own parents say that about you?
Right. Jesus.
But like, I mean, he's brutally honest in the way that can like throw people off at times. But like at the same time, it's like as long as you know it, like he's never saying it like to intentionally be like extra negative to a person. He's just like, no, this is who they are. Like,
Right.
and it's if someone would be like, that's mean. It's like, do you deny it? Like,
Right.
no. Okay, well then it's not out of place.
Right.
Yeah, when he said that, I'm like, oh my lord, I didn't realize how much of a pain in the butt you actually were. Yeah, that's a that was my first roommate. So
Sounds nice. I don't know. I always got shafted with shit random roommates in Platteville. Both my random roommates in the dorms were terrible.
yeah, that's why I'm the bestest roommate you ever had.
still talk to you. It's been 4 years.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah. Been over 4 years, and here we are.
I mean, we just became friends.
Yeah, because you were a very good roommate.
I mean, I have my moments, as everyone does, but like I try to make
Oh,
up
I'm
for it.
sure I had mine too.
I mean, the only gripe I had about you is the fact that I almost got kicked out of the house because of it. But that's not because of you.
Because of the roof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still laugh at that. Where we were threatened. I was threatened every year I lived there that I was gonna get kicked out of the house, and I had nothing to do with it every single time.
Whoops a daisy.
And I swear the only reason why it was because it was so long from the last time he yelled at me.
Right.
It was once a year with each of the roommates. Oh no, there's a 3 years. Yeah, we were there. It was once a year, and it was just like it was a year in between, and that's why he's like he didn't actually say, "All right, you're out," because every time he said, "If I have to tell you again, you're getting kicked out." And it's just like, please don't do it again.
You're permitted one threat per lease.
Yeah, I think I was working like each time too. Because the one I was working at my internship, and I think the other two were weekends, and um, you were home. Well, that's a cool feature. Yeah, I think it was like a football game or something that I was gone for. Oh no, one I think was dodgeball, possibly. But yeah, it was like one time
Yeah.
I was gone for the weekend, and or yeah, I was never home, and all of a sudden I get a message from our landlord like, tell your get the fuck off the roofs or you're getting kicked out, and I'm like, I didn't do anything. So I'm messaging
Yeah.
roommates, get off the apartment. Well, actually, the one with you, the last one actually, he actually put in a group chat. The first two, it was a direct message to me because I'm the only one who ever talked to him.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, the girls were scared to call him. And then at that point, like, I'm the person who sends in the check, and then uh, it was what was the other thing? Like, yeah, I'm the one who wrote the check, and then if there was a maintenance, like anything that happened, like I'm the one who reached out to him, and be like, "Hey, can you come fix this?" And then it got fixed. Um,
Right.
but like I took the initiative to reach out. But yeah, with the girls, like yeah, he texted me, and I'm like, I reply, "What the fuck are you doing? Our landlord's telling us to get the fuck off the roof, or we're gonna get kicked out." And they're like, "What?" And I screenshot it and I sent it. And I'm like, Jesus. Yeah, that was just something. It was like I was never part of it, and I almost got kicked out of my apartment.
The second year, I was not a part of it, but my friends just did it all on their own accord.
I do remember that, because I the reason why I distinctly remember that is because you even replied to him where because the picture because he had friends and they took pictures, and on yours like or the second one, you were literally in the window yelling at them to get off the roof as they took the picture when they drove past. And I remember you
Yes.
replying to the group chat like, if you look at the picture, you can see me yelling at my friends to get the fuck off the roof.
It's like I was trying.
Yeah, I remember that one. He didn't actually push on that one either, but like he never pushed on them. He just like said, "Hey, get the fuck off! I'm kicking you out."
Yeah.
Which I mean, fair. Like you don't want to be liable for college kids being idiots.
Right.
I get where he's coming from, but like I was never a part of it. I didn't even get to enjoy being on the roof, and I got yelled at for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
Well, it is about my bedtime.
Yeah, I looked at the clock. I really have to pee, but I just hadn't gone because I'm like, well, I know you're gonna have to cancel or head on out soon, so I'll just wait till you head on out before I go to the bathroom.
Yeah. And I am home next week again, so I can do Monday night again next week.
Okay. Next week, yeah, either one works for me.
Okay.
Generally Mondays work better for me, but we're not. I'm not going anywhere. The week F, yeah, I'm good for the next 2 weeks of whatever day. So just give me a heads up on which one it is.
Can do.
Um.
Next week is Monday for me because I don't know how late Easter's going to be going.
Oh yeah, good point. That's Easter. Um.
Yep.
Wait, what's the one right after? Oh, shit. What is it? The
Memorial Day.
19th is the next weekend that I'll be busy. Well, no, actually, no. People are coming down. So I'm either Sunday or Monday until the last weekend in
All
April.
right.
So
I know I have travel coming up. I'm gone a lot in April, like all over the place.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So April might be a bit of a hit and a miss.
Okay. Yeah, we can play it by ear.
Yep. All right. But I'm going to get going to bed.
Well, I might jump on later this week and finish the thingamajig because it's completely down for the count. I just have to put walls up, but we
Gotcha.
won't have rockets for a minute. So be
That's all
careful.
right.
Be stingy with your rockets.
I can do that. I think I still have a good lot saved up.
Oh, okay. That's good. But
Yep.
all right.
Night, night.
I love you. Night night. Talk to you later.
Love you too.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
All right. I'm headed to take the dog out. So I'll be back in a bit. How's the spread of democracy?
Uh,
We're working on it.
right now I feel like we're getting spread a little bit more.
Sounds like fun.
Nah.
Automatons. Oh, yikes.
Yeah, we're only on 4, and it's a little tricky.
How do you take this thing down?
I have
Other
no
than
idea. Hell bomb, maybe.
oops, I just got eliminated.
Well, I'm gonna be toast too.
If I get lucky, I can drop right on that thing.
That's what I'm hoping.
Oh, it won't let me steer that way.
Uh,
Mission coordinates locked.
yeah, I really can't see what we're
Hellpod
supposed to do
Prime.
here. Destroy it. Just says destroy it.
I got
Oh,
some 110 coming in. Never
Hold
mind.
on. Oh,
Oh,
fuck did that go?
I got it.
Hell bomb?
Yeah, I think it must have bounced on you. And sometimes when they bounce and go somewhere else, it doesn't call it. It doesn't actually call it in.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, good luck getting down there to set that one off.
I got it.
He looks to you for salvation. Let nothing stand in the way of liberty.
You ready to run?
Yep.
Alright. GTFO. Oh god, that was a grenade.
My game was tweaking out there for a minute.
Alright, we can...
I need supplies like a mother.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I'm out of stems.
Deploying equipment package.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Oh, earlier when me and you both got dropped, Tate,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was we both got rocketed.
Yeah, I think that's what I said, wasn't it?
Oh no, you said something about a jetpack or something like that.
Oh, I said I got
Okay.
New mag.
Where's your marker set to?
The next red spot on the map.
Alright. Kind of getting down there a little bit on time.
Okay, we can just head straight to.
Dropping a
I'll
pin.
move it then.
Northwest. Far.
Wait, we were just there. Was there like a fabricator we missed? Oh, that's a different
Oh
spot.
no, sorry, I was more in the middle.
Oh my! Should I call it?
That worked.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Goddamn right. Run. Back into the weeds, man.
There's a patrol.
Yeah, you're heading for controller.
I think I drew them with me.
I ran fast.
Orbital inbound.
Fuck. Tom Cruise.
Oh god. Orbital.
I got some stuff happening too.
Let's regroup up on 8.
Watch out, there's a lot of like holes in the ground. The volcano-y bullshit.
Yeah.
Almost fell into one already.
Like these things.
Yeah. What are all those things falling in the sky? Is this meteors or
Oh,
something?
it might. I think
That's
it's
a volcano, right?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think that's blew us up earlier, maybe. 'Cause it looked like it came from the sky.
I didn't know where it came from.
Volcano.
Oh, whoops. I was still there over there watching the volcano.
Yeah, I noticed that.
It's a day game.
I thought it walked up on me.
Did you just? Oh, yep. They're shooting at us. Okay. I saw a flash of red, and I'm like, what was that?
Well, that'd be
The animals.
Yep.
My game is not having a good time.
Calling out effective equipment. Marking
Sorry,
location east. Cancel that. Checking location. Never mind.
It's like if I'm holding shift and then I move my screen around too much, like I won't stop sprinting, and it'll just follow where my screen's going, versus like where I'm pushing.
Affirmative. I got the
My input a little off. Yeah, there is a nuke behind us that if she starts to get up.
Where? Oh, down there. Well, I'm sure the dropships will be coming soon.
Yeah, does anybody have any heats or anything like that they can shoot the drop ships with before they drop everything?
I do have an airstrike. Just primed and ready to go.
Okay, that's better.
Oh, careful! I'm on the other side over here now.
Well, I'm coming.
Sorry, Dad.
Yeah, I see her.
She could take over those ATSTs.
Damn it.
I concur.
last reload. Fire in the hole.
I already.
Okay, was that one floating for more than just me? We're getting surrounded.
There we go.
I may have gotten a nuke. The brother just dropped in it.
I ain't mad about it.
Requesting air support. Found something.
Ah, god damn it.
Calling in reinforcements.
Oh, I tried to fill it further down.
Meanwhile, my thing's been stowed by Z Ranger.
Yeah, I don't know what happened then. Be fucking done. I got your samples.
Alright, I'm gonna keep on rolling then.
Fire, cover fire.
We got a cap, we gotta go out here.
God, that little grenade launcher.
Flash reload.
Watch out, there's an AT down the hole here.
I did take one out. Oh, there's another one. Oh, we called a resupply back there, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, they
Or we
should-
can get the other one.
I took man.
I never fell off that cliff for the part of the cliff that I was on. Yeah, wait.
Throwing supply beacon. That's reload.
Holy shit!
We gotta keep moving.
Yes, no.
No.
Spot outpost.
I'm
Throwing it
slow.
Kilo.
Oh, fuck.
Read, I'm gonna
Yeah,
call you.
from
Yeah.
throwing at head.
I'll give you my stuff that I got if you want it.
No, it's fine.
Well, I don't need my back. I need back an extra.
Oh, yeah. I got a junk called in.
I don't need it. Let's just do it. Trash.
Yeah. Keep moving. Keep moving down.
I'm making my way. Just need to make sure I provide those ATSTs with some democracy.
Alright, here's that ready to read. The bottom of the
Go ahead and start the traction.
You guys don't see stims down there, do you?
No. I don't know that.
So I do be out.
I apologize for calling in that resupply. Can you recover stamina, dude? Oh wait. You don't recover stamina, you hurt. Oh, this is up to run faster, isn't it?
Already.
Oh, there you kicked.
Oh shit. They're coming up the hill, man. We gotta make a stand up here.
Allied destroyer coordinates.
I don't have any nades or stratagems.
locked. Help pod primed.
Resupplies behind you, Reed. That's probably back up.
That actually wasn't a terrible spot to try to hold.
That worked. It's a choke point, get shot far. I love it. Didn't work.
I could really use an anti-hero rifle, but with like iron sights.
No, yeah. Well, can't you shoot it like third person with a laser?
It doesn't show the reticle on the screen. That's the thing. And I suppose there might be a laser on it. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to like load it in with it and then like what is the whole button and mess with it.
Yeah, just hit the scope. You can zoom the scope in.
I'd say like would it potentially have like other sights on it or no?
No, it just has the scope.
I think that's common later though.
Yeah, people had like overclocks or something like that where you could buy different, you know, shirts or
Here another time. Was that like open before?
we should do the next mission though before we crash. Hurry up, Dan.
Alright.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
Get to the marker point.
Or BC crashes.
Synchronized.
Oh, we got a lot of stuff here.
The Tesla coil?
No.
Didn't really use the jump pack all that much.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had the like the shield generator backpack.
Yeah, I wish I had that too, but I don't.
Wish it was taken.
Do you want the backpack shield generator?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
I have no idea how many seconds the PC has.
Do I have my 110s? Oh, there. Alright, Reed, I'm gonna try something else out.
Just Eagles for days.
No, well, yes, but no.
What is that?
Auto cannon. But I think I need you to wear a backpack to help reload me, if you're cool with that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Since you don't have your own backpack.
Launch initiated.
I don't know if I can wear my own backpack or not. I can't, then I'll need your help.
I think you can. I think I've seen videos of like at least the recoil of the rifle. Like I think you can reload it yourself. It just takes.
Or is it that like you can bring more ammo if you have someone else to carry it? Like you both have backpacks. And you can have like twice as much ammo.
No, just. Well, I suppose if you drop 2 of them and you still had ammo in your backpack, you could probably grab the other backpack and have more ammo.
This is it.
Oh boy.
This is solemn duty for which you were born.
This is attraction.
Defend democracy at any
Oh.
cost.
And ooh. Yeah. Alright, let's see what she gives me. Sick. Alright.
Was there a backpack?
Yeah, I grabbed it.
Oh, you grabbed it? And you can reload it?
I tried it, but oh.
Okay. Hide.
Hide.
Take the southern one here.
That's
Other way in.
I'm not. I'm running for people.
Ah, fuck.
Orbital inbound.
Give this thing a try. See how it goes.
yeah. Oh yeah, there you go.
I need to bunch.
Requesting air support.
Oh, I got him.
I got one-shot walkers. Oh shit. If I shoot like half the bag and reload it, takes me like fucking no time at all.
What are you using? Auto can?
Yeah.
Let's give that a try.
Make stuff go boom.
My internet. Not really. Having a fun time right now.
Jeez. He's been alerted.
We don't have to be here, do we?
No, but I'm.
I'm just. I didn't look at the compass yet. Who's at the turret?
Sending in an eagle. Action. Last reload.
Wait, what the fuck? Oh, I suck.
Fire in the hole.
Good throw.
Thanks. That's what I brought those for.
I'm gonna try to think and get the bomb.
Oh shit. Other one. Fuck.
My aim is a little rusty.
Got a signal.
You just power down for taking a nap.
I'm just taking
Rare sample collected.
a reboot.
Wait,
Destroy fuel reserves.
there's another ammunition stockpile here. Isn't there?
That right there.
Alright,
How about a nice more?
we're lit.
Oh,
Go, 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 go.
spending freedom.
Freedom.
Nice.
There we go. Hit that one maybe.
I like it.
Anyone sees any like ammo?
Probably gonna be some right here, I'd imagine.
Watching here.
Watch out.
I did not realize. I
Reinforcing.
Did not get on what was going on.
Yeah, I didn't hit it long enough. So,
Push grenade.
Tim's here.
Having a pin. 200 meters. Liberty, heal me. Dropping pin. West. 100 meters.
there's a beacon right over the hill from us, I think, somewhere.
Reloading. Found something.
more sims.
Arc thrower. Ooh.
Big sauce. Oh, get
That
bots.
sucks. Might use it. Yeah.
Bots might be okay.
I don't know.
What's the game
Bye,
plan?
dirty.
You got me one.
Yeah.
I'm by ya. Wait.
No, you're not here.
500 kg going in.
Nope.
Oh, you already threw it.
Oh, I threw an airstrike.